Question 1. Azri and Awa has been married for 15 years. One day, Azri went out station for 3 days and left his credit card for Awa to use in emergency situation. Before she left, Azri also provided Awa RM300 as an allowance. After Azri left their house, Awa used Azri credit card to buy 4 pieces of clothing from a famous brand named Swan. After a month, Azri received a credit card bill. Although the bill was in his name, he refused to pay. The debt was not his, but his wife.
Question 1a. Describe an issue that arising in the scenario. Is there any conflict between Azri and Awa?
Next is question 1b. Explain the relevant provision under the Contract Act 1950. Under the Contract Act 1950, Section 14 states that an authority is said to be expressed when it given by words spoken and written. An authority is said to be implied when it's to be inferred for the circumstance and of the case, and things spoken or written or the ordinary causes of dealing may be accounted circumstance of the case.
Question 1c. Propose a relevant case to support your answer. Chan Yin T v. William Jacks held. Any person, irrespective of his competency to contract, may become an agent for whose act the principal may be liable to third party.
Question 1d. Justify a good conclusion to the above issue. The answer: in conclusion, it's important to consider the communication between Azri and Awa. If Azri clearly communicated that the credit card was for emergencies only, Awa's use for non-emergency purposes may exceed the implied authority. Question 2. Jamal bought a car Honda City from Zainal and has been using it for several months. Jamal was later discovered that Zainal did not have the legal rights to the car. The car is still property of Sharul. Jamal had to give the car to Sharul and claim the money that has been paid. Zainal refused to hand the money to Jamal.
2a. Describe an issue that arising on the scenario. The issue is Zainal has no title to sell the car to Jamal.
Question B. Explain the relevant provision under the Sale of Goods Act 1957. In this situation, the relevant provision under the Sale of Goods Act 1957 Section 14 states that an implied condition on the part of the seller that in the case of sale, he has a right to sell the goods, and that in the case of an agreement to sell, he will have a right to sell the goods at the time when the property is to pass.
Question 2c. Propose a relevant case to support your answer. Roland Vidivali, the claimant, a car dealer, bought a car from the defendant for $334. He painted the car and put it in his showroom and sold it to a customer for $400. 2 months later, the car was impounded by the police as it has been stolen. It was then returned to the original owner. Both the claimant and defendant were unaware that the car had been stolen. The claimant returned the $400 to the customer and brought a claim against the defendant under the sale of goods. held the defendant did not have the right to sell the goods as he did not obtain title from the thief. Ownership remained with the original owner. The defendant had 2 months' use of the car, which he compensation for the work carried out on the car. Question D. Complete a good conclusion to the above issue. Based on the issue, Zainal do not have the title to sell the car according to the case Rowland v. Diwali and also according to the section 14A Sales of Goods Act 1957.
Feeling no, 그 위에 나는 no. Baby, baby, 나는 뭘 좀 아는 no.